Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Welcome back to the SRD Nightmare. We're working on the center system today some more. Generally speaking, I don't know how long the SRD Nightmare is going to be. I have a few. We immediately got a manly co-host. Hello my thespian, my friend. Hello my tragedian. Generally speaking, I have a few plans today. Generally speaking, I want to try to get as much done of the center system as possible. And this entire project, I want to get at least like maybe 1 or 2 SRD. Like my goal is to get about 2 SRDs done. But this is going to be kind of more of a, I wouldn't say infrequent, but kind of a, it'll happen when it happens kind of thing. If I have nothing to do on a Saturday, we'll work on SRDs perhaps. Currently, I am on the hunt, though. Currently, your boy Notepad is little hunting down a game, you could say. We are hunting down a very particular game, and generally speaking, the game we're looking for is right here, actually. We're looking a little bit at Tidebreaker. Yes, Tidebreaker. This popped up on Twitter for me, and I'm very curious about it, and I would like to learn more about it, but I can't buy the game, really. The only way to buy the game is actually through its website, which I find to be kind of weird, and I'm not usually super enthused to buy something through like a website. Yeah, most of when it's like Unleashed by the Tidebreaker TTRPG is like, am I really buying the PDF or is it not the PDF? It gets a little bit weird. They have merch though. Have no fear, we do have merch. I don't know where else you can buy the game, so I've been hunting down that for a bit. Have you looked at their quick start? Absolutely not. I want the full experience. That's what I do. Yes, you shared it with me. No, you shared it with me, Wuso, but I want it now. I want that full PDF because he keeps shilling it on Twitter. And I'm curious about it. Outside of that, let's see. Today's been a little bit late just because of my mom wanted to go for a walk real late because that's what she does. But yes, here we are. Hello. I'm getting pinged by someone who's pinging me. It's you. Let's actually see. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. See, this is why it pays. Remember, kids, it pays to have friends. Let me just quickly put this in a very particular place. The other thing I've been working on today, slowly in and out, has actually been the Haunted West video. Mostly just the script as of right now, because the script for Haunted West is such a, like, let me bring up the fucking script just to kind of give you guys an idea behind it. And why it's such a fascinating game to kind of go over. But like, there is so much shit I have to talk about with with this fucking game that I'm trying to keep it about like 6 minutes, but I damn well know it's going to be probably about 7 minutes. Just because there is so much shit to talk about before you even get to characters. There's just stuff, and it's not like fun stuff, it's just things. I also realize I completely clicked off of... Why'd I do that? Hello, I am back. I can see my chat now. You lucky son of a gun. But yeah, there is so much Haunted West that it's difficult for me to like go over in one go. Because you have so many interlocking mechanics with it that they're just bad. So it's one of those like fascinatingly weird games. So even talking about it is Haunted West is the revolutionary USA RPG thing you went over last year. Yes, it's a Wild West RPG. And the entire idea is that, well, you look at the cover and you're thinking like, oh, it's going to be like a Deadlands. It's going to be like magic and science fiction shit. It's the secret, the huge success though. Yeah, with a bag of nails roll. Yeah. But it's one of those situations where a single die roll can have multiple results. And it's in multiple results in the worst possible way. Because what'll happen is, let's say for example, I do my skill roll. Now, let's say my target number is, let's say my target number is 50. That's just whatever my skill is. And I roll a 33. Actually, let's just say I roll a 22. Now, I technically have 3 jacks. I can spend those jacks now, or I can put them down the river. Down the river means I can spend them later. Okay, easy enough to understand. Now, if I'm healed, however, let's say I am healed 2. Healed 2, technically that's not 3 jacks, that's 6 jacks, because it now doubles the number of jacks I get. However, because I rolled this, I actually aced the roll, because I rolled doubles. Because I aced the roll, other things happen. But if I ever rolled a 1-1, which would be a success in any other metric of the game, would technically be a catastrophic fuck-off failure. Like a complete catastrophic failure. It is an 800-page book. An 800-page book. Oh, God. And that 800-page book, about 300, I would say about 350 of it is just its lore, but its lore means nothing. It is truly the worst shit I've ever read, because it just keeps going and going and going. It also makes everything weird. It crosses my threshold of like, you've made it weird pretty actively for me. The other thing I've been kind of following slowly and steadily is the thousand islands situation. The thousand islands situation has been such a fascinating shit show, just because everybody involved is a twat. Every single character involved in this particular project is just a twat. As they just keep saying stupid shit. Like, pretty much you get Zedek Sue right here. Zedek is the guy, the full story behind this is, I'm going to do my best to kind of give you everyone the full story. Smushed one of my cards. Pretty much. The basic idea of what occurred is they do this Kickstarter. There's this Kickstarter, there's this thing called the Thousand Islands. 1,000 Islands are Polynesian, Malaysian, inspired OSR system agnostic 5e compatible bullshit thing, game, system, zine, whatever. They make a big deal out of it, and it's between these two guys. It's this guy, Zedek Siwu, and a guy named Monk Cow. These two individuals, Monk Cow and Zedek Siwu. Now, this goes on for a while at this point. However, a few days ago, Zedek here said, hey, I'm leaving because I wasn't paid. Now, they did a big Kickstarter. They made a pretty penny, about 104,000 USD. Now, the thing is, if you go under Zedek's belief, go under what Zedek says here. Where let me find, yeah, it's just like, if you go under this for like, well, let me just do the full fucking shit show, because as many of you know, let's see, for the past 10 months I felt empty and foolish and humiliated, but now it's time to move on, make new things, new art, new games. To my friends and colleagues, fellow traversers, With my heart of hearts, I thank you, blah, blah, blah. He pretty much says, hey, I've not been remunerated for my contribution to ATT since April 2023. So pretty much for 4 months, he has not been paid. We'll receive nothing from the sales of ATTI going forward. It's an achievement as a TRPG set and culture important for Malaysian, Southeast Asian work. I am heartbroken. Apparently, I assert my moral and artistic right as co-creator of ATTI. Now, as you can see in September 22, following the success of the Kickstarter campaign, I asked my role be formally recognized as equal business partner in the project. Monkow disagreed after multiple rounds of negotiation. I've been unable to come to terms, and my trust has been exhausted. Now, Monkow, on the other hand, if we zoom in here a little bit, if I fucking zoom in here, because Mastodon is really the worst site ever created by man, and I hate everyone who so the big thing is Monkow has been working on it since 2017. Always intended to use Springford different Southeast in the Gate, not RPG specifically. I finished the series drawing and asked Zedek if he wanted to collaborate, turning it into a zine. Cool. Now, ATTI became popular for all my efforts and resources to make ATTI a viable business. I also received funding grant to develop a video game based on ATTI. I wanted to focus on turning ATTI into a proper business. I used all the money I had, not a lot, but all my savings, paid both of us for developing more zines and eventually Reach of the Roach God even before the Kickstarter. At various times, I asked Zedek to contribute terms and non-creative work. At no point did he volunteer money or effort on this front. There were many 12 hours a day for me figuring out banks, logistics, and production on my own. Relatively stressful time. Money previously earned from zines, I turned back into paying both of us a salary. I did an insane amount of art, way more than my salary paid for. My partner volunteered time from her job to set up the ATTI website. She was not compensated. Started as a research project, mostly Mom designs the book, did an insane amount of work, paid Zedek fairly, did all the work a publishing company does, including layouts, sourcing a printer, packaging, and delivery. He wants to be an equal partner and said something I refused. This is patently not true. Zedek asked for equal rights to ATTI, including the rights to approve any future games I wanted to make. He claimed that me putting my life savings, starting ATTI, doing unpaid work, getting my partner to help him putting in 12-hour days is equal to his contribution of championing it on social media platform. I only found out later that publishers get 50% of the profits. I was shocked and initially agreed. At every point of our negotiation, tried to give in to his demands. So we get to the content, renegotiate the draft agreement for something fair. Named by him, my neighbor with 1,000 islands, he had another 1,000 to it. It's also true that he contributed to TTRPG direction and popularity, but to me it is unfair these are the reasons for me to lose something I started. What Zedek wants is to take away my rights to use ATTI as a name, as well as fair compensation for all the hard work I put in. For his defensive artist, Zedek has chosen to think less of my labor. That I have not been paid to work. This is unfair. We both agreed he will not be paid once Reach of the Roach God enters production and logistics stage because he is not involved. Zedek has always been paid. He implies that he's been robbed of all royalties in the future. This is untrue. I have never said this. Generally speaking, you kind of see here like good friend, the entire thing reads very simply. The entire thing with the 1,000 Island situation reads of two things. I think there's two things going on. I think Zedek thought he was doing a hell of a lot more than what he was. And I don't think I don't want to say he didn't give a shit about what his friend was doing, but he did not view what this artist and writer was doing and believe that he owned a lot more of the product than he probably should have. I also think Monkow probably made some half-hearted deals and agreements very early on in this entire thing because he was working with one of his friends. And I think both of them are at fault for their own reasons. Generally speaking, congratulations to both of you fucking idiots. I hope you're really happy that some guy is going to be out a lot of money. And we have another random thing that's dead on the ground. Ta-da! That is quite literally all it is. It is just two people arguing, and Zedek is going to be bitching and moaning on Twitter daily. I can guarantee you, using my psychic powers. Phone call. Who's calling me? Notepad, do you know what Threads is? Yeah, Mom. But yes, the entire Thousand Islands thing is kind of a fucking mess. No one's going to win, and everyone's going to be out money, but welcome to the tabletop role-playing game sphere. Everyone sucks, and we're all unhappy. It's great. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, generally speaking, it's neither of them are. Oh yeah, it's. I don't think both of them were just wanting to underscore one another. That's the entire thing of what was going on. Haunted Westing. We will be haunting Westing on Friday. So during the session, let's get down to business. What we actually intended on doing today. It's 1,000 islands. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we only got 8 islands, so maybe we didn't really get to what we wanted. This is why I say solo project, what you put your money on. Well, that's what Monkhow thought it was. The way that he viewed it, the way that Monkhow viewed it, the main guy, is that this was his thing that he was doing by himself. Zedek was helping, he was effectively paying Zedek to help him with something. That was kind of the big idea, that this is what he was thinking, what was going on. I am paying my friend to help me out on this. He does not deserve a chunk of my thing that I created, because he didn't do much on it. Which, I mean, I understand from both perspectives, and I think both of them probably negotiated incredibly poorly. I think there was a lot of clapped hands and a lot of, yeah, bro, yeah, man, totally, rather than anything hard and fast going down, because everyone is dumb. Let's see, so, understanding the PC Center, Death's Door, State of Being, higher health points. Okay, let's actually see where we are. Finding your center, role-playing games, good behavior, our saving center, PC wall, math calculations. Center, each adaptability and qualifications. Archon, yes, I forgot we called it the fucking Archon. Captainry, gunnery, engineering, medico, security, brain, socioeconomics, socionomics. So, qualifications. Let's see. For example, having a 1 will make when making a DD7 tasks makes a center 3 to 5 instead of just 4. More points invested into a qualification, the higher the center of the task is, thus making it far easier to succeed. Let's see. So, state of being, which reflects their bodily health of the PC, as well as their ability to remain functional. Higher the health points, HP, down or kill a PC. However, they are in critical state. Death's door, no, kill them, delayed death, instant death, unconscious state, PC is fragile, average amount, however, broke PC tank of a person, they will take a lot of pain before capitulation. Setting a situation, okay, understanding the PC center, completes a session, they will gain experience points. 2 XP, current value plus 1 XP, center of a session. So, during a session, interacting with objects, individuals, and situation, each area may include the alert level. This abstract representation amount of noise, tension, or danger the PC find themselves in when in a location. States range from passive, active, and hunting. Passive areas have no awareness or care for the PC is present. Active is alerted. Areas are alerted to the PCs and are trying to find them. Finally, hunting. Hunting the PCs have been found. Finally, hunting, the PCs have been found and our forces are moving to intercept them. Blood on the center. So, violent action. Violent strike. So. Dude, bro, the simple, all they can do is get drunk and fight. They're not dude bros. I mean, they're more along the idea of like, dude, trust me. We're friends. We've been friends for 10 years. Of course we know. Like, you can trust me, man. There's nothing wrong. And just like, oh no. Boy, oh boy. There will come times when the PCs are forced to use violence against others to protect themselves or eliminate a threat when necessary. When a violent encounter breaks out, the situation has escalated to past reasonable demands. It's up to the PCs to subdue their enemies and continue the session. Cap E. Reasonable demands. So let's see. See, what we can do is we can quite literally we can remove them. We can change the map up. I think we should change the map. Because at the end of the day, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 spaces. And if we... Let's see. Okay, I want to commit violence. That's all I want to do. I wish to commit violence against other human beings. Let's create a square. A square within a square. Maybe we do... One... Let's do. Then we have this square. There we go. That's terrible to look at. Here's the awful box. Here's the awful box. This is what it is. Can we justify using the flower, the Kaba flower? Can we justify employing the Kaba flower? Chaos. I mean, we can do, if we place a box inside a box, and then we create 4 spaces around that box, and then we create another box inside of the box, we create multiple boxes inside of the box. So now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now there's 9 spaces. Do you like my box within a box within a box? That looks like a fucking... It looks like some kind of freaky hallway now. There we go. There's my freaky hallway drawing. There we go. You like my box within a box within a box? Truly, I'm making... It's off-center. You know, you can call yourself center system if you're off-center. I like your hypercube diagram. Get up. Like, I mean, we could use the... If anything, we could use the bullseye map. It's been a while since... Bullseye maps work. I like the bullseye map. I used it for, I technically used it for... the Eat the Path. Eat the Path was a fun project. Too many bullets. Make center circle a little bigger. We add in another ring. Yeah, we just make a nice little bullseye map for everyone, for the whole family. Even little Timmy can enjoy his bullseye map. There we go. Everyone can enjoy the bullseye map now. Arty looly lolly lay. Do I have what I'm looking for? EDOs. Path. Let's open Eat the Path. Let's open another program, everyone. Hello. The lack of vector in this is killing me. Hello. We're working on an SRD, actually. That's what we're doing today. It's gonna be fun SRD stuff. It doesn't contain an image, even though I hit it. Because this is the actual, like, way the game is built around, is the Kaba flower. I don't believe we should be using the flower, though, for this. But let's see. I mean, we could probably make it simpler. 7-part abstract location, which agents will designate where they stand and struggle against the enemy. If we... Ow. Owie, owie, owie. Time to do game design. Damn it, I'm not good at this part. I'm not good at this game design stuff. Hexes within hexes. Like, it's supposed to be abstract. Like, it's a very abstract combat system. It's always been very abstract. Because... Here, let me just put this real small. Where's my Kaba flag? Cabba flower. This is the original Cabba flower. Because it's supposed to be the tree of life. Let me think. We're to redesign this map to be simpler. If we want to redesign the map to be simpler, why don't we just do heading to combat space. Let's see. When violence occurs, the alert level increases by 1 step, and the agents or relevant enemy are transported to the Tigridia zone. 7-part abstract location which the agents will designate as they stand struggle against the enemy. The abstract location will cruelty. When violence breaks. When violence occurs, the alert level of the area increases by 1 step, and the PCs and all relevant characters are placed upon the battle map. A 7-part abstract location where the PCs will designate where they stand, and as they battle enemy force. Or level abstract. I mean, we need to be 7 parts. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Dun 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 dun. Catch them is my real test. Do 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 do. Cabba flower. Yeah, no, the Kabbalah flower. A Kabbalah flower. Zones and areas. 6 hexagons shaded to look like a cube. I mean, let's think. Again, this is supposed to be relatively simple unto itself. Not the most complicated thing in the world. It's supposed to be an SRD. The goal is for everyone can easily adapt this to what they want it to be. So it's saying like, hey, I want to be simple. Hexagon. Level, down, flat, solid, gradient, value, effects, render. I mean, I guess we could just make it a really simple map. We just make it a really simple map. How about that? Like, cut the bullshit. It's just a grid map. Like a really small grid. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 by 4. That would be 24. Maybe 5 by 15, 20. 16. That sounds a little bit too small even. 16, and we there we go. Ta-da! Look. I guess we could literally just do a fucking 4x4 grid and just say improvise from there. That'd be 16 spaces that people are allowed to move on. Because the goal would be, the thing is, anyone can enter any part of this grid. You can have multiple characters on a single section. So, chessboard, like 5-foot squares. So maybe this isn't quite right. Maybe we need to do something like... Another option would be like just give it... Just make an action map, but action map doesn't seem right either. We could just make the perfect, technical perfect map. Let's see. Okay, I know what. So we need to do width of 16, height of, we'll do height of 5. And in the dead center, we place the first hexagon. And then on the second, we this one right there. Then we place there. And then we play one right like. Then we select all these three. We do that. We spin it around. Put the here. It's kind of more highlighting the fact that they aren't even, and we make that the map. So connection lines would look something like. We do something like this, so it's like you can inhabit any of these different spaces. So you can inhabit any of the different spaces. You can only move through certain ones of these, but you can also see. I'd have to spread it out a little, but we want to do this right. Maybe make it larger. Maybe make. Make it more like this, make it a little bit more easier to read. Yeah, that could work. And if we're doing this, that means we have to go to... I want to do this correctly anyway. Change publisher. We do new file. Technically, this wouldn't be the correct thing to do, but we need to do, what do we need? Turn this into inches. Paper width would be what would we can design it up so it'll be a little excessively large, but we can work. Where's my fucking hexagon? Only have polygons? No, hexagons. That's center. There, put you there, line you up. This, we do that. Just to be. Yep. We then do this. We then turn you off together. Let me see. Do this properly. Will it let me do it? It will let me do it. Perfect. We don't do anymore. We can here. We can then bum you up and then do. Needed 25. We link point to point to actually, you know what we can do? I'm a genius. How about I don't do any of this shit and I instead make it work? Instead, do this and just say, write it in as ever you fucking want. Where they stand, where they battle the enemy. That. Probably do something like that. 7-part combat space. 7-part abstract location with PCs. Not PC. Well, the PCs will designate where they stand. And they battle the enemy. Okay. Why are there so many RPG horror stories? It suggests to me, or are they just hard to find games that don't have a D20 in it? RPG horror stories emerge a lot because people interacting with other people have a bad tendency of being stupid. And we also are in a hobby space about elf games. This is an important thing to remember in almost every single situation. This is a hobby about people pretending to be elves. Because people are pretending to be elves, people get stupid and weird about it. No one has ever been normal. I would desperately love to believe that every single person we run across in this lovely hobby space is a completely normal and rational human being. But normal and rational human beings often don't want to pretend to be elves. Very wise man once told me that, and it's like, yeah, okay, this makes sense. You may be saying, well, I'm normal, being like, but you're in here. I'm normal. Like, are you really? Are you really? This battle map is an abstract location, abstract location where the PCs will battle the enemy as well as designate. Actually, we don't need to re-emphasize that like we did here. Its current location of battle being represented to you. Actually, no. We don't really need to do that. We need to write in something else. So. Each section of the battle map may either be connected or in sight of one another. Connected sections can be moved between, allowing the enemies and allowing the PCs and enemies to reposition themselves. Insight indicates that the space can be seen by another location, but not actively reached by it. If the PC has a ranged weapon, they will be able to take a shot at them. All connected sections are considered to be in sight of one another. Depending on the battle, these locations may have additional effects, such as not being able to target them from certain directions or having harmful effects. Depending on the battle, these sections may have unique effects tied to them. Unique effects tied to them. For example, a section is considered to be on fire, inflamed. Then any PC or enemy standing on it will take damage to their HP. Alternatively, a section may have a way to reach may have a height advantage. Or possess an item which may assist the PCs. So it's kind of like one of those ideas that each of these little sections, we have a very abstract way of looking at things. How do you want to kind of build this map? How do you want to build this map together? Because we'll build a little map together. Dun 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 dun. All I wanna do is build a little house together. Ooh. I think D20 kind of hides probabilities outcomes better, but I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. D20, here's the thing with D20. This is the most important thing about a D20. You have a 5% chance of rolling a 1, just as much as you have a 5% chance of rolling a 20. Now, this may seem fun and exciting until you really realize that it does hide the probability of outcomes better. It does. It really does actually hide outcomes. The problem is what sometimes happens is you end up with repeated bad luck, which frustrates people a lot. It frustrates me a lot. Because you'll get into a situation where it's like, hell yeah, I want to, like, I'm a good warrior. I have a +5 to this. I have a +25% chance to succeed on things. I'm doing great. 1, 2, 3. I'm like, oh, well, now I'm just feeling sad. But the guy with, like, I have a -3 to everything because I'm a dumbass who can't invest points. 20. It's like, I could see to some people that's really frustrating. Where in other games would be like, oh, the guy who's not really good rolled a bunch of successes or whatever because he got really lucky. That feels different than as someone who is good at something failing because it was like I rolled a single die and it's just Jover. I've been noticing that a lot with Pathfinder 2nd edition actually, and what's been really frustrating me about it, because it's like, yeah, and it's funny because all my friends, you know, my friends who are really into it at this point are like, man, that +1 is super useful. I'm like, motherfucker, you had a +12 with a plus, you know, you had a fucking +12, keep the heist and all that bullshit, and you rolled a 3. There was no way you were going to beat that 20. That 20, that, you know, target number 25 was not going to get hit. I'd be like, well, if you had a +1, it would be a lot easier. You could crit more often. Like, it's a +1. It's 5%. It's not gonna do much. Like, Pathfinder 2nd edition frustrates me. Like, the thing, it frustrates me to no end. Because there is so much of that, like, oh, well, you're really good. You got like a +10, but everything's now target number 27. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess my +11 doesn't really matter anymore because I rolled a 2. It's like, ugh. But my friends are having fun. So it's hard to be like, yeah, cool. My friends are having fun, so it's kind of difficult for me to like constantly be like, hey, this sucks. Though I do tell them anytime. The fucking search action broke me the other day. I was so frustrated with the stupid search action. And they keep wanting me to use a very particular item. And they just, it's one of those things they like, oh, you gotta use this item. You gotta use this item. And it's like, why would I want to use this item? It takes 2 actions to use, so I can't do anything else that round. And now I have to use an action to force an animal that's not even very good to do effectively one thing. Oh boy, the little fucking rat's gonna do damage. I'm like, that's not as useful as, but you're like, well, it'll soak damage for us. Like, if we're already in a position where where our fucking fight, not even a fighter, a shitty champion, where our champion is not doing well, ugh. You have any ideas or tips on making a horizontal progression system? I've heard of vertical progression. What do you mean by horizontal? That's a new one. Let's see what a battle one. Battle begins all PCs. Compare. And compare one of their grades. Adaptability scores. Compare one of their adaptability scores. The agent with the highest value. We'll compare their adaptability scores. The PC with the highest value of grade. With the highest value. With the best. With the best. The PC with the best. Adaptability score. Adaptability score will act first in descending order. Multiple. Let's see. I can spell multiple. Adaptability scores may be checked. At this time. Then we're going to I'm going to do a double space there. A turn is an individual's action while a round is a combination of every combatant's actions. Okay, so we do this, we go down here, we go this. All the way back. Art, science fiction, modern spy thriller. We put this right here. Hard science fiction, which we're going to do. Security plus gunnery. You're going to be nervous plus psychotronics. And you're going to be body plus wisdom. Body plus wisdom. Psychotronics. We just kind of establish, hey, enemies will have set value in which they will act and target the PC. Target the PCs. These are split between turns and rounds. Turns an individual's action while a round is a combination of every combatant's actions. When every combatant has taken their turn, the round will end. Counting down any timer established previously by one. So they get better at things essentially just to get better items. Let's think. Let me see. Probability. Probably something along the lines of different skills, same level, like switching from sniper to a flamer, dealing 84, 148. Horizontal progression is when things change as you progress, but overall you have the same power as before. So like Monster Hunter, effectively. I get you. So, matter of player taxes rather than decreasing probability. The big thing there, the big thing you need to consider with that is, okay, you want me to do this? All right. The big thing you need to do, oh, right there. The big thing you need to consider with that is that, one, you need to give, how do I want to word this? You need to give players options, and you need to give them things. You need to give them items, and you need to give them tools, and you need to give them options to use those tools. Because what's going to happen normally is a player is going to keep an item until they get a distinctly better item. So it's like, I have my sword, I'm going to keep my sword until I get a +1 sword. I'm going to keep this sword until I get a +2 sword. I'm going to do this until they find something that's like clearly better or like clearly, more beneficial to them. In your case, what you would need to do is pretty much outright state you need to get items, you need to get things more to do more. I would say, honestly, take a little bit from Monster Hunter in that regard, where the increase in power does not directly come from just money. Because if you go into the idea that everything is just based around money, and it's purchasing better items, it's purchasing better potions, it's purchasing things, what's going to happen is that everyone's going to hoard money, and everyone's going to get weird about money. And because it's no longer going to be, how do I want to word it? It's no longer going to be the act of, I need to spend money to get something, but it's like, I need to hoard as much money as possible to buy the next best thing. And it's, every purchase will be painful. I don't want to buy any potions because I need to buy the sword. Because if I don't buy the sword, I'm not going to be as strong. And it's kind of that age-old adage when it comes to Shadowrun, being like, you have enough money to retire, but you still buy the C4 to get more money to retire. That's kind of the, it's kind of like one of the big things you need to consider is you need a lot of items and a lot of things for people to use. You also need a way for them to acquire those items. But you can find or buy an ointment. Any consumable item is going to be difficult to justify. Because consumables are things you use. This sounds weird, but how do I want to word this? When you're playing a game and you come across the shop that sells potions, you don't usually want to buy potions because it's like, this is a ripoff. I need money for something else later on. I need to save my money for when I get for the next tier of weapon. I need to save my money so I can do this. I never want to spend my money on something that can be just going to be used right now. That's why I'm saying, like, at least give people the option to find things like that, because I'm the kind of person who hoards the level 1 potion until the bitter end, because I want to save my level 1 potion. I won't use this item because it's a finite item and I want to save it. Yeah, it's kind of like the idea of, like, you get a few consumables, you can always find a few, you can regenerate consumables actively. Like, again, I'll cite Monster Hunter World in this, because that's one Monster Hunter I've played a lot, is no matter what you do, if you just run around the map for like 5 minutes, you'll get some potions. Potions aren't the best, but you can at least get supplies to at least make a potion, to make items in the field, because you need to make items in the field. Because if you don't have the right items, you're fucked. But you're always kind of gearing up, you're always waiting for the next big weapon after you kill a monster. When you kill the gigantic fucking fire-breathing death Tyrannosaurus, you want to do this. If you want to, I will say this, Fabula Ultima, out of all things, actually did this quite well. Because in Fabuloso Ultimax Buster, you get item points, effectively, and you can spend these anomalous item points to just get items you need at that time. Like, I need a potion. You can buy a potion in the field, effectively, with item points. I need this. You can buy them in the field. I wouldn't suggest that for every item. Some items, of course, should be, you know, more unique, more rare, more expensive. This is why you don't sell potions, you sound to make potions with. Yeah, you know, it's just like, again, it's always, buying potions is a ripoff, everyone. Always remember that. No game that sells you potions is in it for you. They're in it for themselves, those crafty merchants. I can see them rubbing their hands together. They want my hard-earned money. Well, they're not getting it. Let me spend 3,000 gil at the gambling hall. See, that's who I am. I'm the guy who's like, I'm gonna spend all my money gambling because I can make money off of this. Especially if it's an easy gambling minigame. They're like, oh wow, guess one of the 3 numbers and make all your money back. I'm like, oh. Then you play blackjack and lose every round. And like, I hate this game. And then violence is like every other, Attacking is like every other action. Simple to do, but easier if you desensitize yourself to it. Attacking is like every other action. Each enemy will have a DD assigned to them, reflecting how easy or difficult it is to inflict damage on them. If the PC is successful at striking an enemy, they will deal damage based on their weapon. All enemies fall into 3 categories: flesh, armor, and enemies fall into flesh armor. Flesh enemies are unarmored, take full damage from all weapons. Armor enemies wear complex battle armor or are incredibly durable. They'll take only D3 damage from non-armor piercing weapons and full damage from armor piercing. Finally, chaos enemies have a specific method to defeat them, ignoring all damage from all sources except their particular weakness. All PCs and enemies. Tiny is like every other action. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. How to inflict cruelty. No. 3. Actions in combat. Let's see. I want to inflict violence. No, actually, we want to make this table. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that. Yes, we have such charming names, such as inflict violence. But we need to change that to attack. Attack target. The PC targets the enemy within range and makes an attack. Maneuver. Agent moves to an adjacent part. Moves to a... The PC moves to a connected part of the battle map. Battle map from where they are. The PC does something not covered. Does something that takes a small amount of time. Door, open door. Amount of time to complete. Small amount of time to complete. Small amount of time to complete, such as open door, opening a door, grabbing something from the ground, or performing a test. Trigger implant. Trigger power. The PC uses a power or implant they have. We do that. Move that. We do this. We do this. Middle. Let's see. Poison let you for the skill check while you only sell potions. Fill the supplies, you have to hunt down the item to make it. Level with me, Notepad. Is the video game this is based on actually fun? Cruelty Squad is an immensely entertaining game. It's a little bit weird to get into because it does assault you on the eye. It is an assault on the eyes a little bit, but I find the game to be incredibly enjoyable. It is a fun and exciting game. You get a lot of content out of it for what it is, and I enjoy the writing. Also explain the new project. I'm late. The SRD Nightmare is a continued effort on my part to SRD, or make a system reference document for some of my games, because I can do that. Now, what a system reference document is at its core, a system reference document. If we just go to like what an SRD is, you kind of see like this. This is an SRD. You've probably seen one of these before. You know, it's like the OGL and things such as that. They are very popular because if we go to itch.io, the greatest place on earth, and turns out my sob story has gotten people to actually pay me for Metal Saviors, even though it is free, by the way. As you can kind of see these are all the various SRDs out there. There are a lot of SRDs. Now what you're supposed to do with an SRD is you say, hey, powered by Sentinel. Cool, I want to click on this. What is powered by Sentinel all about? It's using Sentinel by Megan Cross and Siren Song's game. The original game can be found here. Cool, what's this game about? I'm not going to pay $10 for it, but cool. Look at here, it's based off of this. So what we can do is we can download this. Don't just take me to the fucking downloads. We can download this one right here. And I can do. Now this is the entirety of the game for the Sentinel and SRD written by Megan Cross and Siren Songs. I can now make a powered by Sentinel 0 out of 10 name, by the way, game if I really want to. And of course, we have to include safety tools. Luckily for me, I don't include any safety tools in my games because you're not safe. I'm here. And I am the fucking danger. I am the danger. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea behind that. The various SRD projects I am undertaking, you could say, I've got a few of them. This one is based directly off of Cruelty Squad, the Physical Sensation Edition, called the Center System. The Center System is a very simple game at its very core. Whenever you need to do something, you're going to roll the difficulty die, and you need to score the center of the difficulty die. So, for example, you need to perform a pretty standard practice. You would be rolling a d5. You need to hit a 3. That's how that works. Hey, I want to complete an action with a DD of 5, a difficulty die of 5. It's going to be that value. It's going to be DD3, DD5, DD7, DD9, 11. Very easy. Your adaptability scores pretty much indicate how easy or difficult it is for you to perform certain tasks. Which I kind of encourage to be like, hey, if someone with a someone with an F rating and it's applicable to this, they're going to have a very hard time of succeeding. They're going to take a noticeable drawback if they attempt to succeed at a task like this. So what do? Well, you don't want them to be doing that. Whatever that is, you don't want them to be doing it. But maybe you want them to be doing something else. Maybe you want them to be doing a different kind of action. You want to be helping. You want them to be helping out in another place. Maybe they're really strong, but they're not very smart. You might get something, let's say, for a hard science fiction setting. You might be really weak in captainry. You don't really have the bravado, you don't have that, but you're really good at engineering. So the captain may not be able to actually fix anything, but he sure as hell can talk to people, just as much as you can sure as hell fix things, but maybe not talk to people very well. That's kind of the basic idea behind it. This also leads you to your qualifications. Your qualifications are effectively raising the center's value. So for our example is DD7. To roll a DD7, you need to roll technically a 4. That's all it is. You need to roll a 4. You need to roll a 4. But let's say, for example, you have 2 in acrobatics. If you have 2 in acrobatics, you don't need to roll a 4 anymore. You need to roll a 2 to 6. Because you've increased the value of your center by 2. So now you pretty much need to roll a d7 and attempt to hit a 2, between a 2 and a 6, because you're better at, or a well qualified individual for performing this action. Yeah, not even necessarily like just a rules document. It is a crystalline, like, removal of anything. Like, there's really no assumptions of, like, what you'll be using it for. There are some pretty, like, have you ever heard of Lumen? Lumen is an SRD. Let's, how to have it flat. Let's see. Getting injured by enemy. Under assault, enemies, if the PC is within range, will attack them with their weapon or close into a location to successfully hit them. If they are within range, they are aiming at the PC, they will attack. The PC will roll DD equal to the enemies. If they are successful, they will avoid the damage. If the PC is not successful, they will take damage. If the PC's health reaches 0, the critical state begins. Reaches 0, the critical they will enter. Reaches 0, they will enter the critical state and require assistance. The entire idea of the Cruelty Squad, Physical Sensation Edition, is that it's effectively a training manual for Cruelty Squad, the actual company. That's the joke, is that you are being talked at, hence referring to you, the actual player. Let's see. Nope. That is the entirety of combat. That's really all we need to do. That's all we need to talk about. I'm losing my mind. I took Light from Lumen system and totally reworked into an actual grid-based game rather than being mostly theater of the mind. Light, like Lumen in general, Gilla's a problem child for me. Gilla's an interesting duck. Me and him differ a lot on just philosophy of game design. But I can't really say much as he is successful as he makes video game RPGs, and I am not successful because I try to make fun things. But hey, what do I know? Your strongest soldier. Gilla loves me though, I will say that. He even copied my format for my videos. Truly, I am his biggest inspiration. Gilla's my best friend. Thus I need to kill Gilla. In Minecraft. Yes, agents do not fail missions. Failures fail missions. The Cruelty Squad does not employ failures. Okay, so I'm pretty much gonna have to cut down. So, equipment and tools of the trade. Tools of the trade. The PCs can be given a variety. The PCs are armed with a variety of weapons and armor to assist them in their endeavors in the field. They will need to purchase or requisition this equipment from the appropriate sources in the setting and situation. Because again, I cannot assume what you're going to be using this for, so I can only assume you're going to be using it for everything. Weapons of cruelty. Let's see. Okay. Weapons. Weapons. Tools of weapons and weapon. Each weapon. Weapons have a variety of statistics that indicate their ability and potential in the hands of the PC. Damage indicates how much damage the weapon will do. The weapon will do if it strikes an enemy. The damage type indicates the damage it will inflict, and if the target can resist when damage. Let's see. Damage type indicates the damage it will inflict, being armor piercing, normal. Armor piercing or normal. Features include notable quirks. Notable quirks of the weapon, or additional effects when using it. Finally, if the weapon has any ammunition. Actually, range is how far the weapon can be used. How far the weapon can be used, and the distance in zones. It can target another creature. Target another creature. Finally, if the weapon has any ammunition. Well, if the weapon has any ammunition and how much. Certain weapons will also have a rate of fire, indicated by parentheses. Let's see. After that, certain weapons have a rate of fire indicated by parentheses. Reading DXY. The rate indicates how many times the weapon can be fired on targets in the same zone. These can be aimed at the same target or multiple targets in the same zone. The agent does not need to fire the full. Each PC is allowed to carry up to two weapons at a time, as well as appropriate ammunition for the weapon. For modern weapons, it is two full reloads, and for pre-modern weapons, it is 20 shots. It is 20 shots. There we go. Good morning. Probably been brainstorming. Let's see. Fuck is Gilla? Light 2.0 going weird. Gilla Giraffe. Gilla is the writer of Lumen and various other. It's Lumen, Light, Nova, which is just Frame, which was his Warframe RPG, which is bad. And he also wrote Drifters, which was Drifters is a weird game. I'm gonna go over that one game one day. Weird game, weird ideas. A few other just strange RPGs out there. Very video gamey. Imagine after realizing how much I preferred your philosophy over Gillis. Oh goodness. At least it is interesting weird now instead of a video game weird. Proba I've been brainstorming the concept ripping off Fallout entirely. D100 roll under, the skill number being the goal. And the difference of it and the difficulty of the check, fuck, probably not worth sharing, but I've been brainstorming. I mean, yeah, it's a D100 system. I mean, Fallout uses probably one of the more simple systems. It's just a D100 roll at the end of the day for most of them. You roll under, you hit, you don't, you miss. That's usually the case. Normally what happens is you're getting modifiers to a roll. Hey, he has a defense score of 12. You know, you're reducing it by 12 or whatever. There's a few Fallout RPGs out. Spartan, I think that makes a lot of sense. Good morning. You just missed me working on the SRD. Did you hear the Chinese are using AI-generated video and voiceovers and anti-American propaganda now? I mean, shine on. Because here's my thing. The Chinese do a wonderful job of making America look badass. I don't know how they keep getting away with it, but they keep making America look like so much cooler than we ever do. It's actually impressive. So, okay. We've got a few weapons, by the way. So we've got a few weapons, so we're just gonna paste these here right now. But we're not gonna keep all of these. Barlow. God bless Barlow. I love Barlow. Barlow saves lives, everybody. Okay, we're going to do that. We're just going to extend it like this. Okay. So, we're going to go up here. Just going to copy this real fast. I'm going to put this right here. So we want to do our row above. Merge. Not like that. I want to merge you. Merge. Modern day spy thriller. So, let's cut some things. Let's cut them. We don't need the handheld detonation pistol anymore. The hero space gun. Nope. The KHR5, KHX20, Ladies Man revolver, Lads anti-mech rifle. Need that. The Liberato 2 is fine. We all love the Liberato. Let's see. The Mauser SP99. We don't need you. The new safety M62 ricochets bullets. Nope, don't need you. Nope, don't need you. Parasonic D2 silence pistol. It's the Battinelli Hypernova. Let's see. Paradini. We'll just do the Paradini. Paradino, with all the hyper flash, the AMG 4, BMG, the big machine gun 44, Damien Scussblade, expandable baton, K&H R5. Probably drop that K&H X20. What would be a X200 B and Y, Ladies Man revolver, Liberato 2. Minato M9. Let me just check the Minato M9. Silenced handgun. I think we can drop the Minato M9. Parasonic D2. Parasonic D13 silenced pistol. Parasonic MP1 nailer. We don't need that. Party rocket launcher. Don't need that. Precision Industries. Precision Industries. Shotgun. No, I don't think we need the Precise Industries shotgun. Trafalgo Hango. Because Trafalgo had Riot Pacifier. We don't need that. Ross & Sons discount rifle. Because the Ross rifle's funny. We don't need the anti-armor device. We don't need the animal control pistol. Fiesta Storm 44. Then MCR carbine. Don't really need that. Stern AWS 3000. Don't really need that. Stern M17. Where is Barlow? We want to do Zenomatic 3000. Zenomatic 3000. It's a D93 anti-material rifle because I find those funny. It's funny. There we go. Okay, so next this we there. We need to do the hard science fiction. Hard science fiction. I'm getting ping. Who's pinging me? Based. Let's see. Let's see. Good. Oh, and he's making a Corvid game because Crowphilia or something. Most recent summoning the ghosts of American soldiers fight for us during the Cold War. I'm down for all the fuss he makes about those things. He doesn't have a design for them. They all silhouettes in all the games. Where are the mechanics for the game's eye-ray? He has yet to leave Plato's cave. Were all the mechanics to simulate getting completely violated in the eyes. It's me deciding to make things slightly off gray for everything. This will still be by far one of my proudest title cards. Cruelty Squad, the Physical Sensation Edition. It's like taking a shower with your friends. Something about that really just activated something inside my mind. I'm like, this is it. Like, this is the thing. Like, this is everything I've truly amounted to be. This is all I want to be when I grow up. Let's see. So we've got all of those. So we want to do let's see. Let's add in some fun. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. Medieval fantasy adventure. So let's see. Hard science fiction. What would be some good science fiction sounding guns? Let's do the, gelato laser pistol. Gelato laser pistol. This would be DD. This would be D9 armored features. None. Ammo, none. Ammo 0. Range 1. The gelato laser pistol. It just goes pew pew. After 3 shots and cannot be used until cool down. Wow. Let's think. So we want the actually, why don't I just go to Dead Space Weapon? Dead Space Weapon. Tell me about the Dead Space Weapon, Mr. Sam. Let's see. So let's bring in the motorized pulse rifle, the plasma slicer, the big service revolver, let's see, do we got anything fun? Let's see, E40 rivet gun, rock saw, let's find boarding axe, and a boarding axe because we want to do Legend of the Galactic Heroes now, I guess. I'm down with Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Let's think. What would be another good? Let's think. We've got a little bit of Legend of the Galactic Heroes in there. We've got, what other some good? Weapons in the film universe. Tell me more about the guns, Mr. Stock. The Morita, Mortis combat rifle. MD88 combat shotgun. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. E-pulse pistols. Give me the E-pulse pistols. During the second bug war. I guess we'll go with the TW101 Emancipator, which is going to be the fuck you shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Pew Pew's gelato, like the dessert. It's an apt. That is apt for Cruelty Squad. Mind you, some of the Cruelty Squad weapons are, give me 1 second to, give you some of the Cruelty Squad weapons I came up with. Yeah, it's the, the Rafalgo Handgo, which is a rifle and handgun at the same time. That's all it is. It's just a rifle and a handgun. The Party Rocket Launcher comes in many fun colors. You will kill yourself if you shoot it at yourself, though. You can actually rocket jump with one gun, which you should totally rocket jump with it. And of course, we have the Hero Space Gun. The Hero Space Gun does D99 damage. It's armored and it just fires a single massive spike. And of course, my favorite weapon, the handheld detonation pistol. If you fail a DD5 check, it explodes in your hand, dealing D45 damage. But it's a really cheap pistol at $750. And of course, the ladies' man's revolver. Yeah. Welcome to the wonderful world of all of the very dumb weapons I ended up making. There were a lot. Just dumb weapons I ended up creating. Okay, let's just start slap. Here, plasma slicer. This revolver. Or rivet gun. The boarding axe. The boarding axe. What does this weapon do, Notepad? This weapon kills people! Combat shotgun, the TW101 Emancipator. I need 3 more guns for a... Also, thank you for following, Fiery Pizza. 3 more guns for a hard science fiction set. Callisto Protocol. Tell me more about the weapons, Callisto Protocol. Dunk gun, tac pistol, riot gun, assault rifle. I forgot the Callisto Protocol had no weapons. Actually, smart rifle. Titanfall. Titanfall 2 weapons. Tell me more about your Titanfall weapons. Hello, Titanfall. Master. Okay. So the motorized pulse rifle. You're going to be pretty much an automatic weapon, but you're going to deal D11 and you're going to have 4. You're going to be very good at dealing with things. You're only really going to be against good flesh targets. None. You're going to have 50. You're going to have 30 ammo. So you're going to have 40. You're going to have 40 ammo. You're going to have a range of 2. Range of 2. Plasma slicer. You're going to do D33 damage. Flesh. Counts as a laser weapon, so I'm going to put that on there. And it is only going to have 7 shots. 40 shots is going to have a range of 0. It's not really going to be good. Service rifle, it's going to deal D9. It's going to be D9. It's going to be good against armored weapons. Armored combatants, it's going to have 6. It's going to have 6 shots in it. Range is going to be 2. The B44 rivet gun, it's going to do D81 damage. Very good against armored opponents. We're going to give it a funny feature. As far as engineering BTUs, ammo is going to have 12. The range of boarding axe, it's going to deal D30. It's going to deal 30. We'll say D27 damage. It's going to be really good against armored opponents. It's going to be it'll be good against armored opponents. It's going to be melee, NA, and 0. Mortis. It's going to be the Mortis Combined Rifle. 9. We're going to say it's going to have 6 shots though. It's going to have a 60-round magazine though. It's going to have a range of 2. The MD88 combat shotgun is going to be dealing D15 damage, but you can shoot it 3 times. It's going to be really flesh. It's going to be a shotgun. Going to have 12 shots in it. It's going to have a range of 1. The TWD Emancipator, it's going to deal D13 damage. Armored opponents. Now, next round, if hit, it's going to have a grand total of 6 shots. 6 shots in the thing, and it's going to have a range of 1. The Smart Rifle. The Smart Rifle is going to be doing D11, we'll say D9. Actually, we'll do D7, but it's going to be able to shoot up to 6 times. We'll say 7 times. 8 times. It's only going to be good against flesh. Targets reduce their DD by 3 steps to be 3 steps to be hit. So DD7, DD5, 3, DD. Two steps to be hit. Yep, and that's the entire thing. It's a lot easier to hit people with that. We're going to have a grand total of 160. We're actually going to have 80 shots in this baby. It's going to be 2. The Smart Rifle is going to be really fucking good. No, that's lame. The Crucibits Launcher. Warframe Rep Battletech. Ejected Energy Projector. Your BFG Big Gun. Kugelbits Launcher. It's supposed to be a hard science fiction setting, so but we can do Google Blitz. Google Blitz. Sure, we're going to make that D90 D99. It's going to be really good against armored opponents. It's going to have 2 shots. It's going to have 2 shots. It's going to have 1 shot in it. Actually, if I want to be really specific about things, D781. 'Successfully hit. Range 3. Wrench. D5. Damage type. Flesh. It is melee. It is in fact melee. It has no ammo and it has 0 range. So this leads us to our medieval fantasy island. Hello everyone and welcome to Fantasy Island. Let's see. So we just want to have generic fantasy weapons. So if we want to have generic fantasy weapons, let me open up the lexicon of my items. Tell me more about items. So let's just bring in some classic weapons. We need 12 nice, reliable weapons. Let's bring in the battle axe. Everyone loves a battle axe. Let's bring in the club, the mace. Let's bring in a I guess we can bring in a spear. Actually we'll do a iron tip staff. And of course we need our great sword, bastard sword. Actually no, we'll just do great sword, knife. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Longbow, short bow, crossbow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. We need one more weapon to really tie the whole thing together. What's going to be that one special weapon, everybody? How about we throw a gun? Okay, I'm seeing halberd. Hey, Draco. Seeing halberd versus a spear. Let's see. So I guess we'll bring I guess we'll bring in the halberd. How about that? We'll bring in a nice rounded halberd experience. So we're going to have our battle axe, because everyone loves a battle axe. It's going to be battle axe, club, mace, spear, club, mace, spear, halberd, great sword, a sword. Because of course we just need a sword. Iron tip staff. I always forget the iron tip staff. Longbow, shortbow, crossbow. Knife, longbow, shortbow, crossbow. Cool. Medieval fantasy adventures. So, none of these are going to be having a lot of... Pretty much none of them are going to have to worry about ammo at all. So, battle axe is going to be... We'll say it's going to be D... Let's just set the tone. We'll do D17. Sword is going to be D11. Great sword, we can probably bump up to like D21. Halberds are usually pretty dangerous, so why don't we bump that up to like a D23. Spears aren't usually that regarded as that dangerous. We'll bring it up. Iron tip staff, we'll bring it up to about D7 as well. Knife, bring it up to a D5. Longbow, we're bringing it up to... I think a longbow sounds pretty dangerous, so how about we do something like that? The short bow, on the other hand, we'll bring down to like D13. The crossbow is going to be our kind of our meme weapon, which is going to do 29 damage. 29. Damage type. Flesh. Armor. Flesh. Are halberds good against armor? Are halberds good against armor? Okay, it looks like they were pretty efficient. So armor, flesh, armor, flesh, armor. Features. Well, technically, everything here is going to be melee, because it's a melee weapon, and you have to be in the same zone as them to use most of these. Battle axe is going to be two-handed. Halberd was going to be two-handed. Two-handed cannot be reduce damage to D13 indoors. It's kind of like it's just harder to hit people, and if you do, it's not going to be as efficient as being indoors with a halberd. Greatsword, two-handed, reduce damage to D11. Reduce damage actually will do reduce damage to D17 indoor. Because a greatsword you can still stat. It's kind of one of those things, like as a greatsword you'll be able to like at least be a little bit more efficient with it. You can't be that like great swings or anything with it. You can still do more with it. Sword, look cool. Staff, two-handed. Knife, easy to hide. Longbow, short bow, crossbow, requires a full action to ammo 111, range. We're gonna say a range of 3, a range of 2, and a range of 2. A range of 3. We don't need to worry about any of these because they're melee weapons. They have a range of 0. Have to be in the same area as effectively as someone to use. I guess we can make the joke being like, you can be a range 1 for the halberd, but nah. Make long weapons with a range of 1 could work. Yeah, I like that. Also give the iron tip staff and like spear and how it gives some of these a little bit more. But it's one of those things like I wouldn't want to be in a straight fight with the guy with the mace, but you know, beating my skull in kind of thing. I don't want to take that fight, everybody. I'm daring, but not that daring. Okay, so then we do biocybertronic implants. So what do we want to powers and abilities, powers and implants. Depending on the setting and situation, each of the PCs may have access to a variety of powers and implants to augment their play style. When a power or implant is purchased or learned, they have access to it as long as they remain functional. Each power or implant has their own benefits and quirks to them. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of like, yep, you can totally do all these things. You should, because it'll save you, because dying sucks. Powers and setting and situation. And let's see, as long as they remain functional. As long as you aren't dead, you'll be able to use these. So, I'm going to do Urge. Header row. We want Urge these. Modern day spy thriller. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Don't go away. I don't want you. I don't want this. I never asked for this. So we go here, select all of you, and we hit Control C, hit Control V. We start picking and choosing. So this is going to be for the modern day spy thriller. So I think composite helmet. Delete the 4 column. Oop. Go. We want. Okay. Let me think. Cyclopean Disintegrator? No. Eyebot? No. Eyes of Corporate Insight? No. Eyes of Spirit Halloween? No. Gigachin? You're not. You're beyond handsome. You're giga handsome. Let's. Life sensors, night vision goggles. See in the dark. See in the dark and nightmare vision. Nightmare vision goggles. Pheromone eyelids, skull guns, sniper eyes. Super schnoz, weaponized explosive implant. Zoom and go bionic eyes. Okay. Bio thrusters. We column. Reduce all damage by. Body armor here. Extravagant suit. Extravagant suit, of course. Load bearing vest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. Let's see. Can we get one more? Vertical entry device. Stinger jet booster, speed enhancer, node cluster. Let's see, rocket shoes, Selkie transportation system. Razor, new legs, new you, new legs, new you, better looking, more sleek, very sexy. Eris shoes and these new Eris, Brooklyn Reds. Allows the agent to achieve another jump midair. That we everything here. We everything. We turn everything bar level. Well, so composite helmet. Giga chin. Night vision goggles. See in the able to. The PC is able to see in the dark. Sniper eyes. Zoom and go. Bionic guys. We'll say bionic eyes. Level 2 body armor. Level 3 body armor. Level 4 body armor extravagant suit. Set health, half health, only have, health, load-bearing vest, increase starting ammo by 1 reload, stealth suit. Alien leg wetware. Absolute karate. Agent's kick attack. PC's kick attack now deals an astounding D23 damage. D23 damage. Congratulations, you now have the ability to... Yeah, you've learned how to do some karate shit. Maybe that's all you need to know. Maybe the real friends were the karate lessons we were forced to take along the way. Now we want to... let's say, engineering rigs, reduce all damage by 2D by 3D5. 3D5, incredibly loud. Initiative score is halved. I'm being pinged by people. Let's see. So what would be some good things for hard science fiction people? We are aboard a spaceship and we're doing things and we're getting attacked by aliens who want to kill us and eat our face. Increase center for cybernetic. Actually, we want to do company. Security for security position can be monitored remotely. Position can be monitored remotely. Sends diagnostic data to the to central command. Increases center for strength related tasks. Increasing the center for strength related tasks by 2. Oh, local motion tracker, that's a good one. Local motion tracker. Extra O2 tanks. Let's see, local motion tracker. LMT. Embedded LMT detects motion in a 21 meter diameter around the PC. Extra O2 tanks. 2 additional O2 tanks have been loaded on the PC, letting them last vacuum twice on. Camouflage, optical camouflage suit. Increase the center for all stealth by increase the center for all stealth by 5. A Metal Gear. On Stargrave? Let me check Stargrave out real fast. I think I know what you're talking about. This is Frostgrave, but science fiction, if I recall correctly. Don't really know too much about it. Do you like Frostgrave? If the answer is, hell yeah, I love Frostgrave, then it can't really be that different. If you don't like Frostgrave, then that maybe look a little bit more deeper into it. EMP generator, good one. Let me see if I can find some. Super duper bomb suit. Tactical blast shields. You just have a single hand grenade. What's your power? I have a grenade. It automatically shuts down electronics. Because it's kind of like things that you have as well as things that you can get. It's like, yeah, you're wearing a cool suit. You have a blast shield. You have something like that. Hence why you end up with noodle doodles. Allows the use of funky fresh tunes and your coworkers' annoying audio logs. Audio logs to be played. Your coworkers' annoying audio logs to be played. Zomi X200 portable cassette player. Able to track current remote. Able to track current state of being and HP based on a spine-based gauge, pretty much just dead space. Spine-based gauge, pretty much people can tell how injured you are by virtue of whatever you. Truly, this nature's sacrificing. Oh, actually, that's a good one. Data finger. Cybernetic implant that allows the storage of 25 TB of allows storage of 25 terabytes of data. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's the future, so terabytes may not be even that cool. Yeah, 25 terabytes. For hacking or computer use, for computer use tasks when oh, by 3. See, that doesn't seem like, oh, just by 3, but you got to remember 3, it's going 3 in both directions. So it's like, oh, this is a this is a DD11. Suddenly, it would normally be DD11 would be half of that 7. So normally it would be 7, but with an OS backlogger, it's not 7 anymore. It's 4. It would be 4. It would be 4, 5, 4, 7. Yeah, it would be 4 to 10. So it'd be a lot easier, actually. No, that's not. I'm having a stroke. Doesn't help. So it would be 6. So it would be 2. It would be 3 to 9 would be the success rate. I'm doing my math wrong. Okay, cool. Good job, team. We do that. Sort table, sort ascending. There we go. We need one more of Fantasy Island. Of Fantasy Adventure. Medieval Fantasy Adventure. Medieval Fantasy Adventure. Heavy plate mail. The plate mail. Reduce all damage by 4d5. It would be the nervous grade. It would be the wisdom grade is 2 grades lower because it's harder to see. Actually, reduce initiative by half. Let me see. Turn invisible for an hour. Yep. Restore 3d3 health points. What would be some? Actually, tactical blast shield. The dragonfire. We'll do a dragonfire shield. Dragonfire shield. Reduce all fire damage. Reduce all fire damage. Do 1d1. Does not affect anything else. And this dragonfire shield really isn't doing much for me. It's Quanta. What's more scary? Oh, what's a more scary monster than a land shark? A little shark that swims through the land. Super Schnalls. Elf. What would it be? Elf armor. How about that? Elf armor. Reduce damage by 1d9. Reduce damage by 1d9. Dwarves hate you. Elves envy you. Let's see. Boots of Spring Heel Sam. Able to survive survive a fall. Able to survive a fall from any height. But boots will violently explode afterwards. What would be some other fun, exciting? Greenwood sticky webs. Able to climb on any surface. Stick there for up to 10 minutes. Feels slightly wrong. Knife ears. Berserker armor. Attack the nearest target in the zone. The thing is, you're really good at attacking people now. The problem is, you're really good at attacking people, and you're just going to attack the nearest target in the zone. If you got your Berserker on, cool. Just don't be in the same zone as him. He will attack you. And he's going to hit you pretty reliably. Increase magic grade by 3 steps, but yeah, increased magic grade will do. Increased magic grade by 2 steps. Wizards instinctually want to kill you. Deal D33 damage, armored. Deal D33 damage, armored. And deal 13 damage to self. And deal 13 damage. Headbutting a target, deal D33 damage, and deal D13 damage to yourself, unless you are Mm. Mm. A magical ball of magical ball of flames. Dealing a D67. Dealing D67. Dealing D67 to all targets. To all targets in the section and connected zones. Range 2. 67. Fine. Fine. Okay, let's see. One last final, like, I think I need a spell of some variety. I need a spell, like a magic spell. Like, I'm gonna cast some magic on you. Doing some wizard shit. What would be a good, like, time for some wizard shit going on here? Like, many magic missiles. Deal D3, 10, damage flesh, to any target, on the battlefield, to, deal D3, damage flesh. Roll DD5 if it is a failure, a random ally takes D3 D damage. There we go. Many magic missiles. Not just a magic missile. Oh no, many magic missiles. These are all just like random little examples though, being like, yeah, like just throw weird funny things. Just like, yeah, they deal D3 damage and you can technically do it 10 times on anyone you want. You just keep bashing people because you're a fucking psychopath. Okay, so I'm gonna we don't do anymore. You. That includes you. There we go. That's pretty much it. I want to keep things simple. Archon. The Archon's Handbook. I'll level with you. This game is pretty simple to understand. It's about 5 minutes in Blizzard. It system boils down. Choose difficulty, roll corresponding dice, pray. So the golden rule. The most important thing to remember. The golden rule. So the golden rule. The most important thing to remember when running Cruelty Squad is that everything is awful. Make their life. Everything is awful, so make their lives possible, but give it all meaning. The golden rule. The most important thing to remember is that the PCs are the central characters in their own story. This event, the setting and situation may change, and the importance of the PCs may change, the overall nature of their being is that they are the protagonist. Whenever the PC wishes to accomplish something, whenever the PC wants to accomplish something, work with them to find an outcome, find a possible outcome for it. Propose alternatives that would work better, and always play by the current situation they find themselves in. The current situation they find themselves in, but do not think this means to pull punches. PCs can get into dangerous situations and should be punished if they do. But they are the ones who got themselves there of their own actions. They are the ones who got themselves there of their own action. Kind of just like, here's the golden rule, like, please, like, adapt to the players, what the players are like trying to do. If they want to do something, let them try it. It might not be the best thing in the world, but you can try it. Let's see. Running a scenario. When setting up a scenario, there are 5 major points to consider. 1. What is the goal? Establish what the goal is and how the PCs can achieve that goal. 2. Where is the goal? Where is the goal? Establish where the goal is. Establish where the goal is and where the PCs will be in that situation. 3. What is the goal? Pursuing the goal. Establish the who, what, when, where, and how the PCs are attempting to find the goal and who else may be interested in it. 4. Why? No, actually, 3 major points to consider. One of the most important things to remember is description and exploration. The PCs want to explore and learn about the goal and how to reach it in the mission, in the scenario itself. Finding a hidden treasure that is pursued by other adventuring parties. Venturing parties is often enough, but putting in the detail of it being in a remote crypt adds another layer of questions and concerns. And questions and concerns. have the PCs ask as many questions as they can. When exploring, answer more questions they have. Yo, just very basic. Here's what you're doing. When you're running a scenario, answer questions. The most important thing you can do is answer questions. Hey GM, what's going on here? Well, this is what's going. Hey GM, why are we here? Just to suffer? Well, you're here because of X, Y, and Z reasons. Hey GM, I want to know what's poppin'? What's going on? Can we learn about more of what's going on? And the answer is yes. Of course you can learn more about what's going on. What do you want to know? What do you want to figure out? How do you want to do things? That's interesting. It's interesting and it's fun to answer questions. Because the more questions you answer, the more questions you have. What's the best way to find a game these days? Literally just winging it. Basic enemies, sample enemies. Oh, my the PCs. Hello, phone. Where's my phone? Okay, so let's see. PCs will encounter a series of enemies on their travel, mostly in form of in their travels, as stated above. In their travels, period. Stated above, enemies D-disc inflict damage on the C, but a more competent enemy, the more dangerous they are in general. Because it's kind of like, hey, enemies who are dangerous will probably be more dangerous. It's gonna do. We do something like this. We sort of call him to the right. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Follow the lightning, very, very frightening. Hey, Galileo, Simaculo. Okay, so let's see. We want to give them the Paradino Hyper Flash, B and Y X2000, 200. We're being Siesta. We'll give them the Siesta Storm 44. And or the Paradino Hyper Flash. Light security officers, mostly used as donut patrol. Light measures. They're mostly used as donut patrol or other measures to secure an area. My name is XXX Solomon Grundy. Created an account on Monday, kecked on a Tuesday, memed on a Wednesday, trolled on a Thursday, read on a Friday, warned on a Saturday, banned on a Sunday. And this is the ballad of XXX Solomon Grundy XXX. Let's see, Necromorph. Actually, what they call them in Dead Space. Damn it. What's a good, Morty? Morty-morph. That's a terrible fucking name. I'm using it. It's going to be a Morty-morph. What's a good difficulty for these things? D13. D13, actually, it's going to be D5 flesh HP is going to be about 25. Initiative 3. Special only dies at the end of the round. Mutated monsters of the crew of the ship. Let's see, mutated monsters of the crew of the ship they need their limbs cut off to emerge to deal with. They're gonna have a high initiative. They're gonna have an initiative 8, but they're only gonna have an HP. We'll give them an HP of 8. A Morty-morph. Really, Dragon Knight, armored. Actually, no. We're going to do a Sun Knight initiative. They're going to have initiative of 6, HP of 20. Great sword. Great sword is D21. D21 flesh 0. Special. What would be special? See, blinding light makes it immune to the darkness. The Sun Knight. What's a good generic enemy? What's a good generic enemy that can be applied for everything? Necro Cadaver. No, it needs to be dumb. I like Morty-morphs. Morty-morph sounds really stupid. I love it. What's a good generic enemy that can be really inserted into anything? Civilian, D3 flesh, HP 5, HP 5, initiative 6. There's a helpless civilian in the midst of all of this. Someone help them. Weapon, none. They don't have a weapon. None. Special. Completely useless in combat. Don't try. Oh. Die almost immediately. Oh. There we go. The holy D1 that you, the handler, can make an action technically D1. Perfect die. Then there isn't going to be combat. You're not going to roll damage. No, the guard is dead. Okay, so we do want to put in the holy D1. The D1. Strong encouragement, but also keep in mind that you keep in mind that the Archon is to be the Archon. Keep in mind that the Archon can make an action to a technical D1, the perfect die. An impossible situation to fail that the PCs are rewarded for you having the privilege. Are rewarded. For planning ahead, and being in the ideal situation. Being in the situation. The agent, if the PC sneaks up behind a guard and shoots him with a revolver, then there isn't going to be combat. They are not. They will not roll damage. No, the guard is dead. Not roll damage. No, the guard is dead. However, the question is, how did this happen? If they shot the guard with a rocket launcher, prepare for a high alert. The D1 action should be for ideal situation where the PCs these actions, role-playing, and situational awareness allows them to successfully navigate to the perfect situation, to the perfect moment. This makes the Archon's life well, as if something feels about right. I'm a D1. Doesn't assign a higher die value of your of the Archon's choice. Then assign a higher value. There we go. Pretty much the idea of the D1 is like this is just this perfect situation that you find yourself in for no other reason than that is the perfect situation for you to be in. It's like, this is good. Yeah, we put that in. You actually don't need to do the rest. Okay. That should be it. 15 pages. That is the center system. Find your center, everyone. Finding your center. All right. Need to do kind of like a once over and just check some numbers, but that should be actually it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So good job, team. We finished one SRD. Now we are just going to have to do other SRDs because there's a lot more than just this one to do, by the way. Have no fear. My infinite grid of death is never over. Let's take a look at my handy dandy Miro, everybody. God bless Miro. Oh yeah, all of my notes here. Goodbye, notes. I don't need you anymore. If we go to over here, currently, the center system is complete-ish, so we don't need to do the don't need to do that. Generally speaking, we've got a few ideas. I will debate on what's going to be the ideal state of being for these. Waifu core is gonna get put off to the side for right now because I have a thing. I've been debating on how to fix that a little bit from this last project. So generally speaking, these are the 4 currently in production-ish. So we will play that by ear, everyone. So thank you all for watching. My name is Notepad Anon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Godspeed, good luck, and we'll see you all another time.